Good morning, Ekoji, and welcome to our Sunday morning service. My name is Pilar, and I will be your service chair today. We are grateful for your presence. Today's service is being live streamed on Zoom and YouTube. If you are new to Ekoji, you will find in the back of each seat pocket this laminated guide, which will help you through the service and answer many questions you may have regarding the service order, as well as the history and the essentials of Shin Buddhism. Our main priority is keeping our Sangha a safe place to hear the Dharma. Although we are very happy to see each other, please be mindful of each other's comfort levels and keep your masks on at all times. And thank you for your understanding. On the Naijin today, our certified assistants Eric Ishii and Bob Shinkachi. Now it is time for meditation and recitation of the Nimbus.
Meditation provides a pause that prepares the mind to choose Dharma, the Buddha's teaching. Please place your hand on your lap, lower your head slightly, and release tension.
Please find the laminated sheet in your service book. We will now sing the Vandana Kisarana for the three refuges. Please rise.
Please be seated. Please turn to page 39 in your service book. We will now chant Vijay Sege.
Om.    Om.    Om.   Om.   Om.   Om.  。 Om. 。 Om. 。 Om. 。 Om. 。 Om. 。 Om. 。 Om. 。 Om. 。 Om. 。 Om. 。 Om. 。 Om. 。 Om.
Please be seated.
This morning, the Dharma message will be given by Ed Staff.
Good morning, Ekoji. Welcome to everyone. Can you all hear me okay? Everything's good? Okay, great. I'd like to begin with a quote taken from a primer of Shin Buddhism, which was published in 1995. For Shin Buddhists, the true nature of things is a lively wisdom and compassion that resonates in the lives of ordinary people. This wisdom and compassion takes form as Amida Buddha. My Dharma talk today is about struggling and reframing of this struggling within my experience as I've encountered Shin Buddhism. And because I love the sci-fi genre, both in books and movies, I'd like to throw in a few favorite sci-fi quotes here and there, as well as some thoughts on the beauty of Buddhist streams or concepts and ideas that manifest universal truths that have found their way into our popular culture. But basically, it's about struggling in Buddhism, in Shin Buddhism, from my perspective. So please indulge me. So 2 to 3 weeks ago, I was asked to give the Dharma talk today. And since then, I've been planning, writing, developing, formulating, conceptualizing, strategizing, reading and reviewing my favorite sources, and just searching for inspiration. But just struggling through the process, and it felt very difficult. And it was struggling in a negative light, in the true pejorative sense of the word. But sometime in the middle of it all, I came to this conclusion that everyone should give a Dharma talk. All of us, the entire Sangha, longtime members, and even first-time visitors. And I mean this hypothetically only, of course, but one of the reasons I came to this conclusion is that in the middle of it all, I realized that my ego was so getting in the way of writing this talk, this message, that it had become an impediment. I was seeing myself, I realized, as somehow not in tune with all of us in the Sangha. There was a disconnect, although I was thinking at the time about interconnectedness. But there was this dichotomy. I was completely full of dualistic thinking, and I had, I guess, writer's block. I, you, me, them, message giver, message receiver, provider, receiver, etc. I had opened up a chasm, and I couldn't find a way to bridge it. But once I was able to set my ego-centered self aside, so to speak, to a degree, that chasm faded, and I was able to accept and see one commonality that is true for all of us. We have many commonalities, but one I thought of is that we each have a story. We each have some thread that's brought us here, some stream, and those threads weave us into a Sangha, a presence. As we say in Shin, into a community of fellow travelers, a Sangha. The truth of interconnectedness bridged the chasm that my ego had blinded me to, and I was able to write. But to delve into this, to parse this even further, let me reframe our stories just a bit. I think that saying that we each have a story, while certainly true, is not the whole story. It's not the entire story, not the complete, living, resonating story. And actually, story is an inadequate, I think, inaccurate description of our experience here. I think it's much deeper than that. Our story only skims the surface. Many years ago, it was decades ago, when I was in graduate school working towards my master's in social work in New York City at Fordham University, I was taking a class at the school at Lincoln Center on the treatment of individuals and families. And it was taught by a very erudite, experienced professor who was a Jesuit scholar and practitioner. Now, if you've ever known any Jesuits in academia, let me just say, to put it mildly, they are very smart cookies. And my professor had proven that to me many times. But you know how sometimes throughout the years, or for whatever unknown reason, something just sticks with you? Some experience, some phrase, or a concept. It leaves such an impression that its clarity remains seared into your being, and you never forget it. And so towards the end of the semester, he said he would sum up all that he had taught about the theory, the science, and the art of treating individuals and families. And he said, what it comes down to is this: relationship. Relationship. Genuineness, caring, and compassion must be present. If those qualities are truly there, then the treatment outcome will most likely be positive. And when he said those words, it made me look quite within, to say the least. I carried them with me into every treatment relationship that I had going forward professionally from then on. So for myself, I've reframed that I have a story in relation to Buddhism. I've come to feel rather that it is a relationship. A story can encapsulate it, describe it, superficially perhaps, but in reality, the word relationship, I think, is much more truthful. Relationship with the Buddha, with Shinran Shonin, with the seven masters, with the Dharma, with the Four Noble Truths, with the Eightfold Path, with the practice of deep hearing, with the Nembutsu, and with the symbol of Amida Buddha. It's interactive. This relationship, for me, it breathes, has its ups and downs, and it struggles, and I just kind of muddle through it somehow. But since I've entered into the stream of Shin Buddhism, it has remained with me, enlightening me, moving me, teaching me, instructing me, healing some of my wounds, and calming me, certainly. And reminding me always, always, that I am a foolish being. Relationships need true caring, compassion, and work. The relationship has been destructive, though, I admit it. But recently I was watching a sci-fi series on one of these streaming services based on the Foundation novels by Isaac Asimov. And in it, an android character who is centuries old, says to her keeper, who is only about 50 years old, she says, he was going through some conflict and was having trouble. And she said to him, the process is the enlightenment. And again, I would reframe this and say, the relationship is the enlightenment. The traveling is the enlightenment. The path is the enlightenment. In our relationship with Shin Buddhism, I believe we do, slowly, kindly, reluctantly perhaps, incrementally perhaps, I know for me, experience some degree of wisdom and relief from suffering along the way. And it's well worth the struggle, in my opinion. But it takes time, and when we speak so often of compassion, we should remember that compassion must extend also to ourselves, to perhaps our struggle within our relationship with Shin. Perhaps we shouldn't be so hard on ourselves if we're having a struggle as we walk this path. Struggling is normal. It's not negative. We all share this common process in our relationship with the teachings. Please allow me to end with a quote. I hope Sensei will forgive me for doing this, but allow me to end with a quote from a very recent, very successful science fiction movie, the movie Dune. And I'll set up the scene for you. So the main character, Paul, who's a young adult, has this vision. It's like a waking vision. And in the vision, someone appears to him who is going to be his friend in the future, but who he has never met currently. But in the vision, the friend speaks to him. And the friend is named Jamis, or Janus. And Jami says to him, the mystery of life isn't a problem to solve, but a reality to experience, a process that cannot be understood by stopping it. We must move with the flow of the process. We must join it. We must float with it. I think our relationship with Shin perhaps ought to be like that. Encounter its reality. Let it be lively and resonate daily through its teachings and those of the Buddha, those of Shinran and of Renyo, and many others. Flow with its process. I try to flow with it. Practice it. And let the relationship move however it will within the stream of our experiences. Thank you. Please join me in Dashan.
Namo Buddhist. Namo Buddhist.
Thank you, Ed, for that inspiring remarks. It is now time for the ritual of Oshoko, the burning of incense. This is a time to quietly contemplate and reflect on the impermanence of life. Oshoko involves drawing incense from a shared bowl, and we understand that individual comfort levels may differ. We offer this option to those who are comfortable doing so, but note that this ritual is not required. We invite you to come forward to the front table, offer gasha, and should you wish, place any dana, which is our offering of gratitude to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, in the bowl on the table. To gasho is to place our palms together through the circle of beads and a nenju, and is an expression of gratitude. By doing this, we welcome into ourselves the three treasures, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. If you are new and would like to participate but feel unsure about the steps involved, a Sangha member wearing a lakesa will be available in the rear of the Anka to accompany you and walk you through the process. Please approach mindfully, and once finished, please return to your seats via the side aisles where we have placed hand sanitizer on both the left and right. It is now time for a closing meditation and recitation of the numbers. It is now time for our Sangha announcements. Our Dharma discussion group will meet immediately after the service. To participate, simply pull up a chair around the computer or stay on the Zoom line. Eric Ishii is sponsoring another fun raffle in celebration of Father's Day, which is not today, think it's next week, but don't panic. Does every father who needs a raffle ticket have one? Okay. Our gratitude to Eric for your thoughtfulness, and good luck to all the fathers. Okay, our first number is 379-207. Yay!
What we have is a fish and a bucket of crabs.
Okay, our next number is 379-209. 209. Yay! Eric, one more? Fairfax. Okay, the last ticket is 379-208. 208. Thank you again, Eric, for your kindness to the Sangha, and congratulations to all the winners. On Thursday, June 16th at 7:30 p.m., Miki Nakura, an Otaniha Higashi Honganji minister based in New York City, will be sharing aspects of his 30-year Seiza, or quiet sitting, meditation practice with us. Seiza meditation was originally established by Okada Torojiro Sensei about 110 years ago, and many Japanese people, including Jodo Shinshu ministers and followers, have practiced it. All are welcome. Newcomers can arrive at 7 p.m. for additional instructions. Again, that's Thursday, June 16th. On Saturday, June 25th at 10 a.m. is our Obon stage assembly. Strong people with tools are needed to help set up for our festival. On Sunday, June 26th and July the 3rd at 1 p.m. will be the Obon dance rehearsals. If you are interested in learning the dances, please join us at Ekoji for these practices. We will record the session for those who would like to practice at home. On Sunday, June 26th at 2 p.m. will be the Buddhist movie discussion group. Everyone is welcome to join the conversation surrounding the documentary Wheel of Time in the Ekoji Zoom room. And Saturday, July 9th is Obon. A minimum of 100 volunteers are needed. We are a little over halfway there, so please pick your job and times, either by scanning the QR codes that we have posted in the Hondo lobby, or visiting the link on the website at ekoji.org. Most important this week, we still need several dozen people to bake for the dessert hall. Recipes and sign-up sheets are available at ekoji.org or in a hard copy format on the table outside in the lobby. Or you can come see me, let me know what you're able to donate. You are not limited to the dessert recipes that we have provided. If you have a favorite dessert you would like to donate, please feel free. Just let us know the ingredients so we can advise people with food sensitivities or allergies. Desserts should be delivered to Ekoji on Saturday, July the 9th, between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. Please use disposable pans because we don't have a kitchen you can wash and return your pan. Please do pre-order your tickets for Obon to ensure your admission, as it is a ticketed event this year and admission is limited. Volunteers do get in for free. Order your candles on the website, ekoji.org, for the Saturday, July 9th garden service. And if you have lost a loved one in the last year, additional information about our Hapsabon candles can also be found on the Obon event webpage at ekoji.org. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you so much and enjoy the rest of your day.